So you've all talked about kind of your interviews and everything like that. Moving from university life to work life isn't the easiest thing. How did you find the transition? And is there any tips that you would maybe give a graduate to best prepare them and ease them through the process?
I oh, sorry, I'll let you go, Dylan.
No, after you, Ross. After you.
I think the thing that I kind of learned was don't be so concerned about rushing things. Because I was living in Leeds when I got the job offer, and the job I accepted was in Manchester. And even though Reed were very accommodating, gave myself a very ambitious start date in terms of dropping everything and moving over to Manchester and finding a place to live and things like that. And whilst everyone at Reed was super supportive, they were helpful, gave me references to get sorted for a house and things like that, which was great. I did turn around to myself and go, have I really just dropped my entire life in a week and moved, to another city? It wasn't the smartest move on my part. Don't be afraid if you're going to go on a grad scheme. I know a lot of people move cities and things like that to be where they want to be. Give yourself the time to set up a proper life, because that is equally as important that you're happy in your home life. And I love Manchester. I've had a great time here, but that first week was stressful.
I bet.
Yeah, kind of as Ross said, just the transition can be hard, especially if you haven't really worked. Some people go for university not working because they're focused on the studies. Just make sure you know when to work, and sounds silly, but when not to. So don't be sat there thinking, because I'm a graduate, because I've got this title as maybe someone that's coming at a slightly higher level, or people look at you slightly different because you're a graduate. Don't be thinking all of that. Just think, okay, get the job done, do what you can. Don't rush it. Things will come slowly. But then just make sure you know how to switch off, because I know a lot of people that I've known have took their work home and carried on because they're a graduate. They feel like they need to do that extra mile. And there's always a sense of obviously going that extra inch, but you've got to look after yourself first, kind of as Ross said. If you're not happy in your home, not happy out of hours, you're going to hate your 9 to 5. So, yeah,
I'm so guilty of that. First few months, I was super guilty of that. I just wanted to impress. I'd finish work, I'd go home, I'd take a sign in on my laptop or whatever it was, and no one was asking me to do it. There was no pressure. I was just doing it off my own back. But then since I've started doing other things instead and actually giving myself hobbies and a bit of time and a bit of a life, I'm actually performing way better than I was when I used to try and do extra work and things like that. So it just shows that, having the right work-life balance makes all the difference.
Yeah.
I think following on from both of that, it's about having that honest conversation with your manager as well. So kind of when you first start, just having that conversation with them. Look, I've just started, it's my first role, I've just graduated. What are your expectations from me? These are my expectations from you. And kind of setting those straight away. So again, you can get that work-life balance. You know what you need to do. So if they say, expect to work till 5, that's it. You don't need to think, oh, I'm a graduate, I need to take that work home and push it a bit harder, because that's not expected of me and I don't need to do that. And that's what I did, I think, with my manager in my first week as well. And that really helped me, because I felt like, again, I could be open with her. And if there was something going on in the first few months where I was struggling with something, I would ask her questions and be like, look, I don't know what I'm doing here, can you help me out? And that made that transition a little bit easier, so I didn't feel like I was all alone in this.
Brilliant. And that's some really good tips for someone that wasn't or is coming from university and hasn't worked before.